Hey, book buddies. Thrilled to welcome you to Read Hurray. Megan is 8, a huge book lover, totally obsessed with books. She has been gobbling up books ever since she could remember, and has explored countless worlds through pages of amazing stories. She wants to share not only with me, but with you, and build book-loving community together. Let's jump into our next reading adventure with Megan.
It's me, Megan, again, your favorite person to introduce new books to you. And today I am going to introduce to you a book called Gangsta Granny Strikes Again. Well, you might have listened to my podcast about Gangsta Granny. It's another book. But then there is a second book called Gangsta Granny Strikes Again. So today I am going to introduce this book to you, and I hope you enjoy it. So this book's main idea is to have courage, and because they had to run away from beef eaters from the Queen's Tower of London, and to have I'm not really sure, but I just have to say that they were really courageous in having to return the World Cup and the Tutankhamun mask from the museum. And if it wasn't for Ben, the Queen would have stolen the crown jewels as well. But let's have a look at what the story is about first. This book is about, it's not about Gangsta Granny, because Gangsta Granny had already been here from Gangsta Granny, but then she sadly passed away. Now, it wasn't Gangsta Granny, it was a queen. But then it was really confusing when she tried to steal her own crown jewels, and she said it was just for a thrill. That was a funny bit, but then it really wasn't a thrill because Ben tried to stop her. And then he managed to stop her, but then she was going to use a dynamite, and then she had to throw it into the River Thames. The toilet in the Tower of London, and then there was a big explosion, and then bog water was thrown everywhere, including Ben. And then the Queen wasn't in bog water, and then she went, ha, ha, ha. And then Ben said, oh, so being soaked in bog water is funny, yeah? And then the Queen said, yeah, it rather is, ha, ha, ha. That was funny because Ben was soaked head to toe in bog water. Ben and his parents were going to the Albert Hall to have a dancing concert, but Ben tried to ask the Queen for forgiveness, but then he realized that it was actually the Queen's waxwork. After he went out of the Albert Hall, he saw a black figure, gliding through the sky. Well, he can't fly, but it was on this kind of parachute thingy. And that figure landed directly inside the Tower of London's yard. And then Ben said, stop, but then the figure didn't hear him because it was too far. He rode a bus to the Tower of London, and then he said, stop. And then that was when he found the Queen. She went, who goes there? After that, it was another big adventure with the Queen because they needed to put the Tutankhamun mask back into the museum. And after that, they needed to put the World Cup back into the stadium as well. The Queen didn't manage to steal the crown jewels because Ben stopped her. And yeah, that was good, I guess, because PC Fudge had to look after Ryder's shop, and Raj came with Ben and the Queen, he literally ate all of the food and said, "Bro, I actually took care of the food very nicely because I ate them all and they're in my stomach, so they can't take them from my stomach unless they cut it open." And that was really funny because, well, his belly was so full he thought it was going to burst. Okay, so let's see what characters there are. First of all, there's Ben, his parents, Mr. Parker, Mrs. Parker. No, wait, Miss Parker. And the oldies from Mr. Parker's group. And Flavio Flavioli from the Strictly Stars dancing thingy-majiggy. And, oh yeah, I think that's it. And very important, the Queen. And also Millicent, because she's Ben's mobility scooter. Yeah, that was a very special mobility scooter. Okay, so let's see what the setting is in. First of all, there's the Tower of London, the Stadium of the World Cup for soccer, I think. And also Ben's house and Buckingham Palace. And yeah, that's pretty much. So, what's the problem in our story? The problem in our story is the Queen was going to steal the crown jewels. The solution was that Ben stopped her. Okay, that was a really short solution. I mean, a problem and a solution. Let's see what part I liked the most. I was going to say the bit which PC Fudge ate the sweets and then said, "Oh, I didn't let anyone steal them." And then, yeah, I mainly liked the funny bit. I really liked the parts which PC Fudge was in. She was like, when he was in Ben's house, he ate a piece of bread and he went, "Burp, pardon me." And then Ben's mum said, "Pardoned." And then he took a sip of tea and he went, "Slurp." And then he said, "Pardon me." And then Ben's mum said, "Pardoned." And that was really silly. And I love the silly parts mostly. Anyway, so let's have a look at what emotion or feeling I have after I read this book. My emotion is that I feel, I kind of laughed really hard when PC Fudge ate all the sweets, and I think it was really funny and, well, yeah, silly and twisted because the things are, the moments after the other moments were unbelievable. After you, let's say, after you read the first sentence, you will never believe what will happen next. It is like so unbelievable. And I would also say touching because there were a lot of hugging and I guess some kind of romantic happenings. If I was going to do the rating for my story, this time for 10, I would say 8. I didn't do the last 2 points because it was like, I know it was really unbelievable. I knew it was touching. I knew it was silly. But then the words inside are not as much like, how do I say this? Well, I can't really say, but I just think that something's wrong in there. I guess because there are not much imaginary words and David Walliams did not have much conversations. And I think the conversations were not much touching or romantic and silly enough. That was a 2 stars. Well, I hope you liked my podcasters and I hope you stay tuned. Be sure to check out all my podcasters and I'll hope to see you next time. Bye, everybody.